The numbers are going to change, obviously, based on how many shows are open at a time. But typically the percentage, if you sit down and figure out the percentage of what's on Broadway that we do, not necessarily off Broadway, but on Broadway, we're going to be somewhere between 70 and 80% of the shows. Are there other people that do a show or two? Absolutely. There's nobody I know that could do the amount of show work that we do. I'm Bruce Barish.
I'm Sarah Barish.
We own Ernest Winzer Cleaners, and we are Broadway's dry cleaner. I'm here anywhere from, on average, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm here all day. I'm sort of like the captain of the ship, trying to make sure that everything gets back to where it needs to get back to. Everything got picked up, everything gets cleaned properly, everything gets pressed properly, and everything gets back in the timely fashion that it needs to be, especially for Broadway.
It's amazing what my husband can pull off in a matter of time, getting it in and cleaning and sending it back out.
The biggest part of what we do is we are the dry cleaner for Broadway. That's our biggest clientele. We do work for TV shows, movies, concerts that come into the area, and we also do some leather and suede cleaning and some wedding gowns for cleaners, because most cleaners don't clean their own leathers and suedes.
So many stories, so many talented people who come in and out of here, so many people who their managers don't even want us to know that it's their clothes that we're cleaning. You know, we find out eventually who it is. We really keep it a secret as to who, because it's private.
I'm third generation in this business, Ernest Winzer Dry Cleaners, which has been around since 1908, bought by my grandfather in 1952, taken over by my dad in 1972, and then subsequently taken over by me in the beginning of the new millennium. Really, I've been working here since I was about 9 years old. Part of the reason that I actually started working here and wanted to be around here was because my dad worked so hard. When I went to college, I originally was supposed to go to the University of Florida in Gainesville, but quickly realized when I got there that this is what I was going to do with my life, so we kind of did a U-turn and ended up at Pace in Pleasantville and took night classes while I worked full-time. The first floor of the building is mostly set up to do leathers and suedes. If you came in the winter, that place would be pretty packed. Our storage room downstairs is a fun place to go into because it's where Broadway shows go to die, basically. One of the things that I realized a long time ago is that when a show closes, if we do store it, if it doesn't leave here in the first year or so, it almost never leaves.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow.
The boiler room, to me, is sort of the heartbeat of the whole operation. Without the boilers, no production happens whatsoever. Our drivers pick up 4 nights a week. The pickups get here at like 11, somewhere between 11 and midnight, which is one of the reasons why we come in so early. Monday being the busiest day, I'm here at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. They picked up 25 shows last night. When we walk in the morning, it's about 50 bags in 5 huge hampers. We then have to sort those out into what the shows are. And then from there, we sort each show out into what came in. And then we have to make sure each piece is identified, has a name in it somehow, so that we know, who it belongs to. In the morning with me is Gilbert Sarita. He's been with us, I think, about 5 years. He's my cleaner spotter. He's also the guy that comes in and helps me get the shows going. So he helps me check them in. He starts cleaning them.
Get some overhead lifters and 4-barrel quads, oh yeah. Keep talking. Fuel injection cut up in chrome-plated rods, oh yeah. I'll get the money, I'll get the money. With a 4-speed on the floor, never waiting. burning up the quarter mile.
A lot of shows don't even write lists. A show like Jersey Boys sends us like 100 pieces. They just write down the number, and it's never right. There's no easier or simpler way to do it. If you tried to put it through the computer, it would take probably longer than what it takes right now.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors do.
There's multi-cleaning processes that we use here. There's the traditional dry cleaning method, which is known as PERC. We also have a petroleum solvent in a machine that was actually designed specifically for us and the costumes. There's a smaller version that regular dry cleaners use, but for what we do, the machine wasn't big enough, so we actually worked directly with the manufacturer in Italy on a bigger design specifically for the costume industry. We also do wet cleaning, which is something that's talked about in this world a lot as a newer technology, greener technology. We've actually been doing it since the 50s. Ozone is basically a sanitizer and deodorizer. It's great for getting rid of like smoke, whether it be cigarette or fire damage, water damage, smells. A lot of times there might be something that's so intricate that we may not actually be able to clean it in the machine, so we will hand clean it and then use the ozone room to help get rid of some of the odors. First pressers usually get here about somewhere between 5 and 6. Usually everybody is pretty much in the building by 7. Number of employees here right now are 17 employees, 3 of which are drivers, plus my wife and myself, and we do have somebody else who helps us in the office 2 days a week. Everything gets looked over afterwards. If there's any spotting that needs to be done to get out specific stains, Gil takes care of that. If there's any sewing that needs to be done, we send it to the sewing department. Everything gets steamed out or pressed out, hand ironed. And then everything is inspected before we pack it off to send it back to Broadway. The drivers come in somewhere between 6 and 7. Also, because they want to get an early start, they want to get into the city before all the rush hour. We've never missed delivering shows. The only time really that shows actually sat here and did not get delivered was after 9/11, and that was because the city was shut down. When the shows go back, they leave here usually by noon because they need to be back there by somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock so the wardrobe people can sort out whatever they need to sort out so that they're ready for their show that goes on that day.
Has to go on. It definitely go on. We can't say, oh, Winzer Cleaners screwed up, so the show can't go on. You just can't do that.
Oh, how you tried. Rub me down to side, telling dirty lies to my friends. My own father, so give her up, don't bother. The world isn't coming to an end.
He said.